questions for Honor Huff, Treysen, Eaglestaff, and Brenen, Lorient.
So, Brenen, start with you. Tougher battle than you thought? I mean, that was a war, that second half. What'd you think?
For sure. They were trailing at half, so the coach at halftime definitely challenged his players, and they came out to play hard. Definitely a tough battle down there on the glass, but just able to get the job done, and I'm happy about that.
Honor, you were able to get some threes to fall tonight. Did it feel good that you started to see stuff going in the net?
For sure. I mean, first of all, credit to them. They came in here, weren't phased. They played a great game, had a great game plan, and, took us down to the wire. So, first, ultimately, credit to them. It definitely felt good to see something go through the net. I mean, I shot an air ball. Could have derailed my confidence, but, my teammates did a great job in the huddle of just encouraging me and telling me we need you to make some plays, make the next shot. So I think that the confidence that the coaching staff and teammates have in me kind of instilled it in myself to, okay, let's just wake up. So it was good to see something go through for sure.
Honor, at the end there, do you intentionally try to sort of take over and take charge in the final minute or two in a close game?
I mean, I'd be lying if I said no. I definitely would like to, have the ball in my hands to make a play, as we all would probably. So just if my number is called, I'm just going to be ready. So whoever the ball hands in, I know it's going to be a good play, no matter who has it. But if my name's called, I know I'll be ready for the challenge.
Treysen, what does it mean after having a rough first game against Mount St. Mary's, only having 1 point, being able to go back and gain 12 points and starting to hit your shots a little bit more?
Yeah, it's huge. Just learning to play with these guys against someone that's not ourselves is a big thing, and just learning to play with each other is kind of the biggest thing for me right now, and we're getting better as the weeks go on and as everything goes on. So it's a blessing to be out there today. They're a great team. Being head-to-head at a high major is pretty hard coming from a major school myself. So credit to them, and just a blessing to be out there and getting better every day is just the main goal.
Treysen, how much of the defensive demands on you impacted maybe your offensive game a little bit? How different is it? You mentioned that they're just a little bit playing at this level and playing that hard defensively.
Yeah, it's definitely something I wasn't used to right away. I know our first scrimmage against Maryland, that's when it kind of hit me wow, your legs are going to be really tired when you shoot. And that's something I try to work on in practice. The defensive aspect part of it, just playing harder and knowing what it takes to win. Coach Hodge is obviously a winning coach, and he's taught me how to be that type of winning player, and that's something I'm trying to work on every day.
Brenen, coming out of timeouts, are you a first option on some of those? Because it seems like coming out of a timeout, that's when you're kind of getting lobs and getting open space, and obviously you had the one big dunk there late coming out of the timeout.
Yeah, for sure. Sometimes Hodge calls a couple out of timeout plays. It depends on the personnel of the other team most of the time, but you've seen how they're one step showing. It's easy to get behind for the lobs and stuff like that in games like that.
So a couple plays, but
it just depends on the flow of the game and what the mismatch reads, But most of the time, sometimes I get out of timeout plays.
Would you be the first option on both plays, or?
Yeah, I think so. But I mean, you know what I'm saying? We got real shooters, and whoever's hot at the moment, that's who's going to get the ball.
What do you learn about yourself, in games like this when you don't play as well, but you still come out with a win? Any of you?
I mean, it just shows our unity. I think in times like that, it's best to kind of get together as a group and really grind it out. And I think that's what we had to do today. I think we all stepped up in our own way and own part to kind of, bring this W to fruition. I think that's what it has to be. And I think Coach Hodge does a great job of preaching that. You got to get beyond yourself. And I think I was victim to that a lot in my career. So when I'm not making shots, my whole game that's it. It's a wrap. So now it's kind of if I'm not making shots, I can give in to my teammates, give in to the defensive end. And I think, obviously, like I said, Hodge does a great job of being a great example of that and teaching us that.
You had a shot in front of the bench late in the second half. Looked like a really tough shot that you obviously knocked down. When did you develop the confidence that when you've gone through a stretch when you're not shooting at your best to still take a shot like that and understand, hey, this is a good shot for me?
These guys. I mean, like I said, we got in the huddle, and right after the air ball, they're all coming up to me like, we're going to need you. That really, Harlan, he was in my face, slapping my chest, like, we're going to need you to make some big plays, and if you give me a glimpse of space, if your hand's not in my boogers, I'm going to shoot it, and I'm going to make it. So that's just kind of the confidence I've, garnered over my college career. And so you have to have that confidence. If you don't, I wouldn't be here.
For any of you guys, the other day Coach Hodge was kind of breaking down his points of emphasis on the half-court defense for West Virginia, well, for his defense. And he basically was saying that keeping guys out of the paint was like the number one thing. Well, I mean, tonight they got in the paint, so was that something he talked about after the game? Was that something you guys noticed during the game? And then, like, what were the issues there?
Yeah, we definitely noticed during the game. He didn't say anything just after. Obviously, he told us it's hard to win in any type of environment, and winning's hard. And just glad we got the win. But we knew it was happening. We knew rebounding was a big thing for us. I know there was about 2 or 3 possessions where they had 2 or 3 rebounds in one go. So that was kind of a big emphasis during the game. And just keeping that big guy from not using his right shoulder was another big emphasis.
Trey, I think you only attempted 3 shots the other night. You had 14 tonight. Do you have to be more aggressive, like, to just get the number up?
Yeah, I was just trying to play a role. That was like my biggest thing. Like, obviously coming from a school where I just shoot everything to having Honor Huff and Jasper Floyd, and then this guy right here that just flies. Like, you have so many people that can go do so many things. So I'm just not used to like being that passive. My thing was just, okay, play defense, shoot or open catch and shoot threes. And then tonight, really Coach Forte was in my ear about, like, you can just be aggressive, like, just go. Like, he's not gonna say anything if you go make a play. And that was kind of my thing. I kept overthinking it too much, and then today some of my shots didn't fall. I didn't shoot the best percentages, but it definitely felt good just to be aggressive today and just go out there and play basketball.
Dirty ones in the first half where it's like offensive rebound or something. How much is that a part of your game, or can it be a part of your game?
Never in my life it was part. Like, I've never been a rebounding guy. You can check my stats throughout college. I think my highest rebounding game was like 6 maybe. But that's definitely something these guys helped me work on, is just like being a man, like just being physical, going to crash the glass, and not just being a 6'6" guard that just floats around the rim and just around the three-point line and just trying to shoot. So definitely helps.
I'm sure you've had coaches tell you, hey, you need to shoot the ball more. But when it's someone like Forte with his history as a player, does that resonate a little more?
Yeah, he's been screaming at me all summer to do that, and it really hasn't clicked for me because I just trying to please everyone around me and just try to get them involved. And then obviously when game time comes, like, a whole different mode comes in your head. Like, you just gotta play, and stop thinking. And that's something I did a lot this summer, is just think too much. And then today, we just went out there and played. Got a gritty win today. It's a blessing.
His roommate told him to do that too. I don't know who that is, but his roommate had a conversation with him the other night. I had a conversation with him the other night too. His roommate. I don't know who it is though.
Have you dug out any of Forte's film from the past?
No, he lets us know though. He be telling us.
Yeah, he's a real shooter for real. You gotta watch that.
Nah, he beat me in a 3-point contest on my visit. He was like, it was deep too. He hasn't shot in a while, and he was like NBA range, and he was like, if I win, you gotta commit. And I was like, I feel like he's not winning this. The guy got killed. I'm not gonna lie. So it was pretty tough.
Brenen, your 5 blocks tonight, obviously the one kind of in the last minute there kind of stands out. But can you just talk about that moment, and like seemed like you had sized up a couple of those blocks pretty well.
Yeah, it's just Coach talks about it every day. The guard wall up and the help come from the big man. So the guards did a good job tonight at just making their man focus on trying to make the layup through contact as much as they can. And I was just able to be in the right position to block those shots.
You blocked 5 shots in a game before? Or?
Not that I remember.
That's insane. I didn't just notice that. That's nuts.
Yeah, never have I. No.
Do you consider yourself a shot blocker, or is that
for sure?
Yeah,
for sure. Anybody at 6'9" at this level, you have to block shots. You can't be someone that's not a rim protector. But any part of my game I can showcase, I'll just take accountability for that.
Brenen, with you having 6 blocks in 2 games, does that kind of help build your confidence not only on the defense but also offense, with you shooting 8 for 10 from the free throw line?
Yeah, low.
Yeah. Man, last game we were missing a lot of free throws, so these past 2 days, I've been really just trying to stay in the gym working on free throws a lot, and definitely when you got something going on the other end, it just energizes you to not worry about anything as much as you would if it wasn't going your way.
Is it tough to have, now you're getting ready to go on to your 3rd game in just a matter of a few days, is it tough this early in the season, especially when you come right out?
Man, I don't know about these guys, but I've been fiending to play. Like, watching all these games, I've been wanting to play. We've been playing each other for so long, and it's just, we got a good group of guys, and they just make playing fun, so I don't see it that way.
that was a point of emphasis for Coach Hodge. He kind of was just like getting us prepared for when we want to play. We want to play in March and April, so you're gonna play. Maybe one break, play again. So I mean, that was kind of his mindset with this scheduling, and I mean, I love it. I want to hoop, so I don't want to guard him every day in practice.
Thanks.
I play somebody else.
Thanks, guys.